internet, it's October, and you know what that means. My hidden Halloween troll is coming out because it's October and I love Halloween, and this is my Halloween quilt, by the way. But really, it's PrepTober. Ready? For NaNoWriMo! Kit Nano. I don't think it's a secret that I enjoy NaNoWriMo. I've done it every year since I found it, which I can't remember when I first participated. I feel like it would have been 2014. I'm not entirely sure. Could have been earlier, could have been later. For those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month that takes place every November for the full 30 days of November. The goal is to write 50 words in that month, which averages out to be like 1,500 a day. I forget the exact number. I always remember the number in November because I have to make sure I hit that every day because it becomes a competition game for me. I think the beauty with it is that no one gets to see your work, no one has to see your writing unless you wanted to put on Wattpad or something. I guess you could do that. But it's purely just you telling them how many words you've done. To make sure that you have actually written that amount of words at the end of the month, you do copy and paste manuscript into it just to get the right word count. That's it. It doesn't save anywhere or anything. As far as I know, NaNoWriMo is a non-for-profit. They have amazing shirts each year, which I have a small collection of. I had to try and choose which shirt to wear. I was wearing a different one earlier, but I really like their shirts. They're really cute and they're fun to wear. I may have a couple from the years that I didn't do anything in, but that's beside the point. It doesn't matter. And I do have some that are oversized because the oversized is so comfortable. I think there are a few ways to really utilize NaNoWriMo. Really, it is there to just give you the kick in the butt to get 50,000 words or a first draft down in 1 month. Some people will strive on that, some people won't. I tend to strive on it and get those words in, maybe not complete a book or a draft, but I get the 50,000 words down because I get insanely competitive, both with myself on like previous years what I've done, making sure I hit my word count, trying to beat yesterday's word count, and anyone in my friends list. Last year, was it last year or the year before? I got competitive with people in my area where I was like, no, your word count is not gonna be my word count, stranger. I will beat you. I will win. And is it a little unhealthy? Do I forget that I have a really competitive nature until NaNoWriMo? Yeah. And then NaNoWriMo happens, and I remember that I'm really fucking competitive sometimes. The other thing to do with why I'm talking about PrepTober and NaNoWriMo, some people will go through the plotters and completely plot their novel so everything is ready in October, so they're all good to go. I sometimes do that. I think this is the closest I'll be to PrepTober ever, which is more like I've started writing a story, which I haven't been writing for a while, and this is just like a warm-up to get me in. I don't know if I want to do this story or a different one for NaNoWriMo. I kind of have another baby that I really want to be my first book that I finish properly, but at the same time, this has been in my head. It's just circling. It's like coming into a complete image, and I'm loving it. So that may end up being my first completed novel. I'm kind of almost like wanting to treat it like pregnancy, where I'm like, this will be done in the next 9 months. I'm gonna get a shit ton out and done in NaNoWriMo. Then I'll probably have a break in December. Unless I can continue on those coattails, they'll probably have a break in January. And then I'll try to come back to it. And then camp in April, I'll just write some more. And then camp in June, I'll write some more. I do like NaNoWriMo camps in April and June. It's more that you set your own goal, and it doesn't necessarily have to be writing. It can be something else. Like you go, I have edited this many words. It's really up to you with those ones how you utilize it. But NaNoWriMo is specifically 50,000 words. Again, people change it around. They might be editing a second draft. They might be halfway through a manuscript and they just decide to write 50,000 words. Some people will just use the writing prompts to just write random short stories in the month. It's really up to you how you utilize the service. There's always like great posts on the boards of like different advice from different people. You've got the forums where you can always talk to someone if you want to talk to people. I'm more of a loner and a lurker. I don't really talk, but I'll look on them. So like some people will be having trouble and they'll want advice or talking to other people that are working on something similar, that sort of deal. You can like put in as much information on your story as you want on the NaNoWriMo website, or as little. You could just title it book and say, I'm writing on a book, and no one will know what you're writing on. Or you can put in like the synopsis, you can put in like quotes and stuff. It's really up to you what you decide to do. You can upload your cover, you can do a lot of things. Whenever it comes to November, it's kind of like my kick in the pants to get writing and working again if I haven't been, which I haven't been. And I tend to get pretty excited and start moving towards it in October anyway. But sometimes I have enough restraint and I'll stop myself from writing anything until November 1st. Other times I'll just write whatever. Sometimes I write one story, sometimes I jump around. So it's been a pain in the butt. I'm thinking about starting a weekly vlog about writing, just when I do write in that week, what I've discovered in it, what's happening, that sort of thing, show you things on my computer. I'm not sure, I'll probably do that for this week, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it. If Nano is something that sounds really interesting to you, I highly recommend. It is great. You can be really competitive like me and try to beat the 50,000 words constantly. Or you can be more laid back. You might just use it as a reason to write. There's a lot of writing prompts that go on which are really fun. And sprints and stuff, and like my whole Twitter timeline. I utilize Twitter the most in November, but like my whole timeline will be it. They have write-ins where they will have like a live stream of people at the NaNoWriMo offices writing, and they'll be talking to people and there's a chat there. That's also really good. Sometimes I do like just sitting there, although I listen to music most of the time while writing. I'll sit there with that open just because it kind of like feels like you're having fun with friends. I don't know, it's really weird to describe. I don't even necessarily watch it when it's live. Sometimes I'll watch it later on. It just is like a nice, hey, get back on track. Okay, here's a little break for you. Get back on track. Do your writing. Do it. Sometimes you do get those days where you get like 10,000 words done in one day and you're like, how did I do this? This is a magical day. I pray to the right gods. And other days you write 100 words and you struggle and you're like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. I worked a lot today. So it just depends. I always have at least a couple of days where I write next to nothing or nothing, and then I tend to catch it up later on because I get really insane. As I said, I like jump around between stories sometimes, although I'm trying to stay practiced and stay on the one story. Sometimes I just need to write some fanfiction fluff and put it in a different folder to all my other writing, but that's fine. I think that's like everything I have to say on NaNoWriMo for the third time. Let me know down below if you guys are doing it. You can add me as a friend. I'm Ditzyandra on there if you wanna, and then we can compete against each other and then I'll curse you if you beat me, or just cheer each other up. I don't know. I enjoy Nano, okay? I really love it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! I'm also considering vlogging for like all of November, but I'm not sure because it's also a really busy month for me with birthdays. It's an intense month and I love it so much.